Hi guys, welcome back to another timeless reading. So today's spread is actually a karmic spread. As I'm going along, I'm going to ask certain questions. The cards have already been drawn to save some time since I know that your time is very valuable. So let's start the reading and then I will explain as I go along. All the extra cards are basically there just to confirm what I have said or what guidance are basically in the deck. So when we look at the first one, let's just turn these around for you. Okay, the first one where we're going to start is basically karma that still needs to be worked out. So this is basically based on your previous lifetime or your previous incarnation. This card is very much an indication that there has been a very big communication problem and that this is the key or should have been the key previously before. So this focus also on the throat chakra and the mouth, and normally when this chakra is blocked, what happens is that we are struggling to basically get along with other people. Okay, so let's move on to my next card. The next card is also from the same house, which is a clear indication that this is related to Cancer or the star sign Cancer and the North Node. As I said, your karma that still needs to be worked out is to basically encourage others to be more vulnerable, to confront the past, especially past emotional wounds, and to learn to manage intense emotions. So these decks have basically been designed to work according to numerology. So more karma that still needs to be worked out is to purify and cleanse the etheric body, meaning that this is one of the 7 bodies related to the aura. This body is very much related to not only your intuition but your psychic gifts as well. So let's just put them like there. Okay. And then the most important lesson in life, that is question number 2, is to know to be flexible with setting visions and goals, and that we basically need to accomplish them one by one. Otherwise, our minds are all over the place. Another lesson that is important in your life at this stage, Chiron healing focuses on what is the thing that can help you to not only heal but to follow your north node. This one, your healing gifts can not only heal you, strengthen your self-worth, and respect your honor and values. So basically the one question is very much related to what we have talked previously, related to intuition, communication. Learn to speed up your natural healing abilities. Focus on healing. Okay, so I'm going to put these like, let me just put them like so, just to not confuse everyone. And then the lessons that you have learned in your past life. You have strived to be more tolerant of other people's actions. The other thing is you have realized that not only what your abilities are, which is reading auras, shape-shifting, bilocation. That means being basically everywhere at once, or should I say, what is the best way to say this? Being present in more than one space, being in more than one place at a time, and hearing messages. Okay, so in your previous lifetime, you have become aware that not only do you have a soul, but that it is important to focus on that inner voice. Now, when we look at this card compared to what we have talked about previously, um, this card is a very big indication that you became present of your intuition. So it seems like we are not all born under the same star sign every time, for the simple reason that we had to learn certain lessons. Maybe we had, and then we move on. Okay, and then past life lessons yet to be learned. Okay, this is question number 4. The past life lessons yet to be learned is communicate your wishes effectively. Okay, it seems like this is a lesson that has never been learned, but yet it is incredibly important to know and learn about communication. Another past life lesson that is yet to be learned is to basically not only restore balance, but to connect with the angels to help you to bring harmony and clearing chaos. So it seems like you had quite a few lifetimes and you have got quite a few abilities. So therefore these are all things that can help you in the future. Okie dokie. And then another past life lesson yet to be learned. Illuminate all life on the planet. Become and live your truth. Okay, let's just put those like that. Okay, and then a few things that can help you that are very important. The Mars retrograde. I know that this might have been past this time, but this is something that can help you towards the future, and that is to face your worst fear, which is stagnation. Okay, getting rid of basically fears are things that can help us to move into a new cycle. And then another thing that can help you through this time is to focus on Chiron healing. I'm sorry about the image. I couldn't get the perfect one since I had problems, generating the correct one. But this card, or this energy, Chiron healing, is basically a centaur. Actually, the comet that was first identified as an asteroid. Not only does Chiron represent the wounds, but also the solution to finally heal. So one of the energies that can help you is to basically get rid of all fear. And then another thing that can help you is to integrate light and darker shadow of self, becoming self-aware of who you really are. Very good advice. I hope that this would have resonated with you on another level. And then the things that you need to avoid, which is very important. Channel your energy into something that brings you happiness. So this card is a very big indication that it's important to focus on something that makes your soul happy, that makes you happy. Otherwise, this can basically bring about the same result as in your past incarnation. And then another thing to avoid is to remember the following: be patient. You have put in the work, your reward is on its way. Sometimes certain things takes a little bit longer than others, but regardless the outcome, remember the importance of patience. So this card is basically guidance to not be impatient when you want something, to not be impatient when you are working for something. Know that you have put in the work and that things have been happening in the spiritual. Sometimes, everything goes through cycles, and when your time is ready, then everything is going to fall into place. And then another thing to avoid is to make sure that your mind is not all over the place. Here's another card that can help you with intuition, and focusing on the present and align your vision. Another card related to spiritual awareness. The stone of amethyst is actually one that can help you to not only stay grounded, but this stone is perfect for all the star signs. And if you are struggling with this, especially during this time, know that this stone, when you wear it or when you listen to the energy, it can help you to become more grounded. Now, I just want to mention something about crystals. Not everybody always has all of it, available. So I'm gonna, in the link below, leave a link related to the amethyst energy. You can just go to my description, that is related to light healing. So if you are already using light healing, this will definitely help you. Another thing about amethyst, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one also helps to unblock the crown chakra and works with the crown chakra. So guys, I appreciate you being with me today, and I will see you in my next reading. Just another thing that I need to mention is, if any of this have resonated with you, please leave a like and a comment and share the video if you think that this can help anybody else. Thank you. Bye bye.